Time to change the battery in the Bobcat 250. Took the old battery, went to the local Batteries Plus, which I have been to, I don't know how many times now, to get different oddball batteries, and I've always come out of there with the same battery I went in for. And I mean some oddball stuff too. This one maybe not so much, but first thing I went in there for was a battery for the remote control for my trunk on my Bergman. It came with a dead battery, and it was an oddball thing, and by golly, they had one. Anyway, took me a bit to figure out exactly what I needed to do to change this battery out. And you have to pull the ass end off the welder, which it's not hard to do. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 bolts. Big machine screws. And that's it. I don't know if those felt pads do a damn thing, but for $1.50, it's almost worth seeing if they do. Hurt none if that was stretched out a little bit. I noticed that when it came off. There we go. There we go. Supposed to have some bad weather coming in. Thought I'd better make sure this thing would run. And it didn't last time I was out here. I hit the starter and it was dead as a hammer. Probably won't need it, but Just soon to have it ready. Get some light on the subject here. Oop, wrong way. And we'll see if that'll start before I put the end on it. It'd be easier to hook the charger up without that back end on there. I've got this spring, do a major cleanup in this barn. How's that for a cold start? Yeah, we'll just let that run for a while. Vibrate to shut that choke down. warmed up. Got 68 hours on it. And it runs. Now we got a little unboxing here. They had this on special at the local farm store. So I just bought it. About the price that all the used ones were going for on Craigslist. And I just soon buy a cheap used one, or a cheap new one, I mean, as a cheap used one. Looks to me like very little assembly required. Rest of the knobs and such. Let's plug this thing in and see if it'll work. I just happen to have an electrical cord right here. Sounds to me like it does. I bet there's a scrap piece of metal sitting right there. Appears to work just fine. But it works. Well, that's all I had planned for the day. I think myself it's time to go back inside. I better haul a load of firewood. I don't think I'll need it tonight, but it might be nasty out here tomorrow. And I won't want to come out and haul any. Stacked all of the shorter stuff right here by this post. This little fixture I've got for my dolly truck here will haul a little bit over a day's worth of wood, and that's burning it solid, and makes it, especially when it's cold and the ground's froze and it's not so muddy and sloppy out. I'll take it right up, brush the snow off the tires, and haul it right into the house. Makes it pretty good. Just open the door up one time, the rack in there will hold it all. Open the door one time, wheel it in, empty it out, and just like that, here comes a day's worth of firewood up to the house. A little bit of a job getting it up on the porch. Just give them tires a little brushing, and sometime tomorrow I'll just wheel that right into the house and we'll be set. Y'all take care now.